This installment of For Fun's Sake may contain lewd comments, gestures, and or faces not appropriate for anyone, and swears, and tomfoolery. It's rated A for adult, but not in the sex way, unfortunately.
The views expressed are not those of MTN, MCAD, or anyone, not even us sometimes, because the joke comes first and then professional integrity.
1, 2.
Why would I drive a car into a swimming pool? Skip my classes just to seem pretty cool. Why would I be that guy? Why would I buy a plane ticket to the Amazon? Compete naked in a triathlon. Why would I waste my time?
With Sammy and EJ.
Because you said Stephanie.
That's the big one. I've got 3.
Oh, wow.
I have my 500 gigabyte.
Well, technically, this is episode 15, and we're not doing anything fun for it.
No, and we said we were gonna.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should also start like looking at how long ahead we are, and maybe trying to predict the future. I think that would be fun.
Well, episode 13 is the next one we're posting.
Yeah. No, when we record, like looking 4 weeks into the future, be like, I think this.
I don't understand.
Like 4 weeks from now is gonna be what? July? The end of July?
Oh God, don't say that. There's so much going on.
And then we could be like, I think in mid-July, I think. Wow, this is a really noisy feed.
And you know what? It's on wave 4824.
Oh, that's quieter. Oh, because you got this all the way up.
Oh, did I? Oh, it was because I couldn't hear and I thought there was something wrong with that.
Yeah. Nope. Alright. Do you wanna build a snowman?
I mean, we can, but it's not gonna. It'd have to be like a cocaine man because there's no snow right now.
I'd be down with that.
I don't think we can get that much cocaine.
Ow. Whoa. I
Cocaine.
just blew my own ears out with a meme. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're at a good level. And we're recording
Are we?
on both. Ready? Okay.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
I think we also have to pull up the Twitter.
Oh yeah, my friend Sammy posted a shit ton of slut corners.
Yeah, I didn't get any on mine, but you might have. Oh, my phone died.
Jesus Christ.
It's a piece of shit. I need a new one.
Yeah, you do. And you have the money to buy one, so why haven't you bought a new one?
No, because it's on my parents' plan, and I have to convince them that I need a new phone.
Even though you can buy it? That's dumb.
Yeah. My dad is afraid of technology and phones, even though he's like an electrical engineer or something. Like he builds mass spectrometers.
And he's afraid of technology.
Yes.
Someone should explain to him.
That his job title is technician, yeah.
Oh, and then next one we might have to change the batteries.
That is fair.
Alrighty. Hold on.
You want to pull up the Twitter before we start? Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. No, that's... Oh, that is... Okay. Podcast FFS. Nope. 2 F's, 1 S. And then the password. I'm not going to say it out loud.
No, hold on. Let me see if I can remember.
Nope. It's lowercase and then zeros.
Yeah. And then uppercase O's.
Nope.
Capital P. Lowercase p. Lowercase p.
Oh.
Capital P. O. O.
That's incorrect. That's not the right password.
But that's the one that... Isn't that the one we have for other things? And we, I think, have passwords for different stuff.
I haven't
Because
had
that
a-
was the one you told me before.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not had a problem logging into anything, and that's what I always type in.
Well,
So
I have. What the fuck? I don't like this. What are your opinions on capitalistic corporations changing their names to repost for pride?
yes, Alyssa.
Who's Alyssa?
She was in my pro prac class. She started the same year as Ryan.
Okay, so we got her, and then here I'll read you my friend Sammy's ones because they're good. Where does the line between inspired by and straight up appropriation, particularly in fashion, exist in your eyes?
Okay.
Chickens with dinosaur faces versus geese, who would win? What actions / things would get you burned at the stake in the witch trials? Well, she says Salem witch trials, and then I'm going to explain that there was no actual burning in the Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
And I'll fix her, but
Okay. We did one political. We'll do one political, and then the goose one.
you want to do the goose one?
And then if we have time,
well, because we need more for the next one, so we could save
Yeah.
2 of hers.
have we ever started that Google Doc
of the ones that we've done?
of the ones that we've gotten but haven't done?
No, because we
All
ended up at that point actually doing them all.
Okay,
We've
so-
actually done them all now.
Let's start that because
Okay.
otherwise I'll forget.
I can't.
This
tonight.
is a note for editing me.
Okay.
So in like a couple weeks I'll start one.
Cool, because I can't tonight. I'm writing a script.
Understandable. Hey, did you end up contacting any sponsors yet?
For us?
Yeah. If anyone's got any phone recs, less than $600?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
what's the new?
fuck, I gotta cut that out. I gotta bleep that.
Oh yeah, less
'Cause it's
than
money.
Here.
Less than an iPhone, please.
Oh yeah. Well, what about the new Google Pixel? Those are.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. That's what I'm leaning towards.
Because I've heard those are good, or maybe an older Samsung version versus the newer ones. Because I've
Yeah.
heard those are really nice too.
Yeah.
Because I know you don't like the Steve Jobs. However, I subscribe to the Steve Jobs.
Well, I don't hate the Apple product. I hate the price point and how awful the products are for that price point.
No, that's true.
I can get something like that does the exact same thing for a much smaller price, and then I don't have to be part of the Apple conglomerate.
I don't mind being a part of the Apple conglomerate. I have to admit, I'm an Apple fan. It's a problem. I don't like some of the stuff that they've done recently with like phones and headphones. Like
and like planned obsolescence and stuff.
yeah.
Like that's
But
my main thing.
I still thoroughly am like, oh, you know what? That's too bad. Apple, take my money.
I am starting to like their computers better.
Well, the thing is, like, okay, this was how I became an Apple fan. The first Apple computer I ever used was when, oh my God, this is going to sound so ancient, when I went to Madison Area Technical College for my associate's degree, which, yes, I have one. But
You got 2 degrees,
Shield,
bitches.
I got 2 degrees. What up? And I was running, so this was back before Creative Cloud was a thing. This was still back when like CS6 for Adobe was
and you had
the
to
jam.
You had to save your files to an actual disk like a plebeian.
Yeah, I did that. I actually, fun fact.
That's how most people do it.
If anyone is interested, I have my first like interactive art thing on a CD that
shit.
I made in Flash. You're welcome. Hit me up and I'll let you play with it. However, you need to come over to my house. And we have to use my CD drive. Also, I have to download an older version of some programs. But hey, it's possible to watch it. It's like a little interactive Simpsons couch. You scroll over them and they turn around. I worked really hard on that. Yeah,
That's cool.
And then it goes to like all my different art. It was like a little digital portfolio. Anywho, penis. I went, what was it? So CS6. What?
Anywhoville penis?
Oh my God, that's an old, okay. Whenever I think about MATC, I end up always using my old phrases. That was an old phrase I used to say many moons ago.
With your old friends, your cool friends, like whatever.
Well, not really my cool friends, because we were all major nerds. We were just all, we would call ourselves the Vi Comrades. We were a thing, okay? Yeah. That should show you how nerdy we are. Fun fact, 2 of my Vi Comrades married each other. Yay! Anywho.
Can we pause and check? What is your microphone setting on? Is it on 0 or -10?
I can't tell.
Because it seems like yours is more sensitive than mine.
0. Do you want me to put it on -10?
No, because we're at the same. Is yours like on the flat line or the angle line? Yours is there.
Yeah, mine's there.
Strango.
Yeah, just turn me down. Everyone else does.
Mood.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Ooh, that's too much.
what were we talking about? And she's already like,
I just watched a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode where the landlord killed someone because they had a rent-controlled apartment.
wasn't that a great episode?
It was.
It was how Rosa and how her and Charles just were like full on together, like hating each other. And then they're like, wait a minute. Like, it's beautiful. I love Charles and Rosa's friendship.
It's
so
beautiful.
much. Especially when they go get the foot massages. Have you seen that episode?
No.
Oh, there's a great one. So Charles finds this foot massage place that he's like, I'm going to make you, like, he says something really gross like he normally does.
Well, yeah, that's his
thing.
brand.
But basically she was like, oh my God, if you say that, I'm not going to go with you. And he was like, okay. And they go. And he was like, you're going to be like, oh. And she's like, don't be gross. She goes and they're both like, oh, because it's so good. And they find out that the place is laundering, like, I think money. I think they sell drugs. I don't remember. I just remember her reaction when she enters in. She's like, all right, you stupid faces. Now I have to arrest you. And is all angry because she's like, why do you have to suck? Yeah, it's great.
Also, like, why do you have to do that stuff in front of a cop? Like,
I know, right?
Like,
And then
like half of the stuff that Jake does is like people just doing stuff in front of him.
And then he's like, I have to arrest you. Like when he was dating the lawyer.
Yeah,
Sophie,
and the
and
boss.
then he was like, oh no. Yeah, literally Rosa and Charles were like, can we just pretend that we don't know? And then they were like, and then they're like, no, we have to.
Because they're good cops.
They're good cops. However, if honestly, they should just stay there because my grandfather, I don't know what it is about Wisconsin, but whenever he comes home, he gets so angry. Everything makes him angry. Like, nothing makes him happy. And I'm like, just stay in Florida. You talk to that man when he's in Florida, just sitting in his living room reading a book. He is like jollier than like the fucking Green Giant. Like, he's just like, yes, yes, this is my life. And then he comes home, you call him while he's sitting on the couch in Wisconsin reading a book, and he's like, everything sucks. It's disgusting here. Political things that I won't talk about because he's turned Republican, which he wasn't Republican before he married his wife, but we won't talk about it.
We won't talk about that.
And, you know, it's like, but then once he gets to Florida, all of that melts away.
Huh.
Yeah. So we've been like, hey, I don't know, just an idea. It might save you
If you
some
want
money.
us to still love you, please stay in Florida.
fucking Florida. Just stay in Florida. And his wife is like, no, but I own my property up here. Because technically he owns their property in Florida and she owns the house up here. And I'm like, well, that's great. But like all of the stuff you own that you're going to like give to your kids, you could, I don't know, put it in storage and then like sell your house so then you have extra money. Because that's also a complaint, speaking of money, that I hear all the time is, oh my gosh, like, our retirement, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, listen.
Just sell your shit. Give the stuff away now.
Well, that's the thing.
Why do you have to be dead?
That's the thing. My grandfather got really angry because I brought that up. I was like, listen, if you want to give us money, I understand putting money aside for us, but also it's your money that you worked for. I could literally give two shits. There are things that I physically want that have no monetary value to me because they're like you and me. You know, like when my so when I was born in Puerto Rico, when my grandma flew out, because Puerto Rico is a rainforest, they sell a lot of like insects, framed insects, you know, like specimens. And so she bought a series of all rainforest butterflies to remember, like, that's where I was born, and to have something beautiful, because she loved it there. She thought Puerto Rico was so gorgeous.
Well, it is.
It is. And so whenever she sees those, she remembers all of those times. And so when she passed away, I told him, I was like, I want those butterflies. It's all I want. Like, you can, if you really need the money, take the money you were saving for me. Just give me those butterflies.
Yeah, and then, like, on the other side of that is, like, your comfort and happiness is way more important to me than, like, some check after you die.
It's so true. I'm like, because one thing he really likes is cruises, and he likes to.
Well, who wouldn't?
Well, I mean, I get motion sick, so I'd be like,
On a boat like that, you wouldn't even know.
Oh my God, no. I do
Really?
know. Yeah, I can feel it. I blame my mom. I used to not be motion sick. Well, I should also blame my concussions. I've also had like 5 concussions. And so after each concussion, my motion sickness would just get worse. And so would my memory. And so now I'm like, oh, maybe there's some brain damage. But no, there was, I was basically on, it was like a cruise-like ship, traveling. It was like an overnight thing. And an overnight ferry, but it was basically a cruise. And I woke up so nauseous because I could feel it. But then again, my bunkmate had her feet down on her, because it was like I was on the bottom bunk, she was on the top, and she kicked me in the head. So that also could have
woken you up?
Well, she didn't wake me up. I was sitting up, about to get up, and she swung her foot around so fast that she literally clocked me right in the back. And then I like had to sit there and like was in a ton of pain, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry," and got up and left. And I was like, I kind of feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh God,
That might have been
another concussion. Fuck me. Don't get brain injuries. They suck. Okay.
So for fun's sake, on deck is not gonna happen.
No.
Our spinoff.
I mean, it can, but I will be so doped up on Dramamine that I might have to
Our
get
show
drunk.
will be so
Which
good.
also, do not drink when you take Dramamine. You will become cross-faded. I learned that the hard way. Don't do it.
Sounds like a.
It's actually not a fun time.
Oh.
You go into instant micro sleep every
Ooh.
minute.
Whoa.
Like it's terrifying.
Whoa.
Yeah. No. I was on a plane. It was like a 3 or 4 hour plane ride. Every minute
was
I'd
that
go
the Vegas?
Yeah, this is a
Okay,
Vegas thing.
okay,
Every
okay.
minute I would like fall asleep, wake up, fall asleep, completely wake up. Not fun. Not fun. I literally got off of that and I was like, I don't even know what day it is. Like I was so don't do it.
That may
John
not be
Wick,
accurate.
even though I also love John Wick.
Keanu Reeves is making like a resurgence, I guess, and it's making me so happy.
Well, yeah.
He used to be like a kind of, he was an internet meme, but he was like a cryptid, but now he's like doing these huge projects like all at once, and it's like, he's back.
He knows the fuck what he's about.
Keanu, my boy.
He knows what he's about, son.
I will tell you though, if you think Keanu Reeves is just Matrix man, watching Bill and Ted after you watch The Matrix is like, that's not the same guy. That's not him.
Wait, you watch Bill and Ted after The Matrix, not before?
I grew up with The Matrix, like in high school.
Oh, I saw Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure first.
Did you see it in the theater?
Well, no, I was still too young
You
for
were
that.
not born.
I was not born.
I was
when-
making a...
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Technically, yeah, I did see it in theater because my mom saw it in theater. So technically, yes,
Half of your DNA
half
saw
of
it.
my DNA saw it in theater. No, yeah, that was literally like one of the movies I watched as a kid. That was like my mom would be like, just watch, bloop, put in Bill and Ted, and I'm like, hey.
That explains like a lot, I guess. Like,
Oh, well,
that's-
the first comedy I watched that I should not have watched was Austin Powers. I was
Tell me about that.
yeah. I was super young, and that also explains a lot about my personality.
I think the first inappropriate movie I ever watched was Happy Gilmore.
Oh my god, that explains so much. Okay, that actually explains a lot.
Yep. And then like Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Oh god, I love Ace Ventura. But yeah, like he did.
Unfortunately, the whole plot of the first movie is just.
Okay, but you have to remember, you have to.
I know.
The time it was written in.
I know. It kills me that I love that movie.
It is problematic because I love that movie too. It is a problematic movie, but you just have to remember if you watch it in the gaze of knowing when it came out and how now that it isn't okay, and we can have an open conversation about why it's okay.
I know. But you've lectured me about this before.
I have, because it's okay to still enjoy that movie, especially because also like she was still a bad guy. So in a way, I'm like, yes, it was transphobic, but also she was a bad guy, and I loved her, and she's amazing.
Yeah, but it like was a thing.
It was a
like,
thing. Oh, he
demonizes
consulted.
trans women.
He was a part of the Hairspray
John Waters
remake.
was okay.
Yeah, he didn't. I thought he did, but he was a part of it. I think because he basically did the first one. I'm sorry, dear. You're thinking of a different holiday.
You know, I haven't been to Pride or Mardi Gras, so you know it's not my fault.
Oh, you've never done. Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. If you ever get a chance to do a real Mardi Gras celebration, even if it's not New Orleans, but you're doing it with someone from New Orleans, you will have the time of your life. And you should totally do it. Also, do not go to New Orleans when it's Mardi Gras.
No, that seems like a fucking cluster.
It's kind of dangerous. But you should go before and or after because it's still basically Mardi Gras, just half the people. Half the tourists.
With Sammy and EJ.